currently what we see within the market, most of the solutions are legacy. They're slow, they require a lot of attention. So what is different in Sensus Aero, we have the solution built with new technology. We're developing this next generation MRO solution. We intend to centralize and then streamline MRO specific business processes.
Now, in a world that's becoming a lot more tech-based and tech-influenced, this is also coming into the aviation industry and revolutionizing how the industry is based today. Now, you're a tech company and a software company. How would you describe your product to the market today?
We are a technology company, which is developing aviation-specific software product. What specifically we do, we intend to centralize and then streamline MRO-specific business processes.
Now, how specifically is your product tailored to the MRO market?
Well, we're developing this next generation MRO solution, which is built by the MRO experts for MRO operations specifically. So there is this keen focus on optimizing hangar maintenance. And in fact, we've been in R&D for about a decade now. And it was rigorously tested within the hangars. And currently, we cover all of the business processes of MROs, starting from quotation to planning to operations and customer engagement.
It's fantastic to hear that. Now, how does your product then differ from other MRO solutions in the market?
So currently what we see within the market, usually and most of the solutions are legacy. They're slow, they require a lot of attention, and in most cases, they have this huge technological debt behind them. So what is different in Sensus Aero, we have the solution built with new technology, having robust infrastructure, which is very important because it allows us to scale the product rather fast. And apart from that, it also allows us to have this open doors for the new rising technologies in the market to be adopted for us as well.
So now you've spoken about what the product is. Another important aspect of that is how does the market recognize Sensus Aero today and what you deliver?
Well, the market recognizes us today as a practical fit, especially for the hangar maintenance. But it's worth to mention that we are still an early market entry. Therefore, not everybody is yet familiarizes us, right? But from the early feedback we've received, it's actually very optimistic. As well, we've showed ourselves in the key exhibitions, and it resonated well with the audience.
An important part of that as well is working with partners. Can you tell us about your partner ecosystem?
Yes, so we're developing the tool with industry leaders such as FL Techniques. So with their know-how and knowledge which supports us. And basically, we've quickly gained this recognition as forward-thinking solution, which is adopted rather than taking the legacy old-school systems. As well, the early adopters, they appreciate the efficiency of both our team, how it engages with them while adopting the tool, and as well the efficiency of the tool, how it makes their daily operations more effective, which then leads to cost effectiveness.
So with the recognition you already have now, and as you continue to grow, especially growing your presence in the market, what do you hope to communicate about Sensus Aero to the market?
Well, we're in close proximity with MROs and MRO clients, as well being part of Avia Solutions Group, which is the largest ACMI provider within the world. It helps us have this broad understanding and basically connect the needs of both MROs, their clients, and then provide the product that is fit for both the provider and the customer.
And so then what's your final aim then?
The final aim is for us to be synonymous with adaptability, scalability, user-friendliness. That's the words we're aiming for.
So coming right down to the products and breaking down what it is, what is it, what's the software behind it, and where can it be found?
It's an ERP software. You can both have it on the cloud and on premises. The product itself is like a single place for all of the processes in one place. And that's where all the other solutions within the market and the problem of the market is that usually the other tools are fragmented. You only get a part to cover one or the other business process. And that means that the MROs, by the end of the days, are using a couple of softwares. One to cover one business process, then they use a spreadsheet for something else, maybe notes for something else, and so on. So it's a single place for MRO to have it all, to have this holistic view.
So coming down to its actual use, and when you look at MROs today, they have a full ecosystem of the various number of operations, be it base maintenance, line maintenance, logistics, AOG operations. There's a full scale of maintenance, repair, and overhaul that they carry out. Where does the system fit in? Where does it then play its impact for the MRO provider and for other businesses that might use it?
So as mentioned previously, it really depends on the business process, because the system is modular. So you can use it for one business process and maybe for the other. As an example, if you take the quotation process, it's a lengthy process. If done manually, it can take around like 2 weeks for the MRO to create a quotation. Using our system, we've shortened this time in some of the cases up to a few hours. So this is just one of the use cases, right? Of course, there are other use cases when we can speak about the operational part. How do we plan the resources, right? We have the people, we have their skills, so we have their availability. So everything is within the system. It helps you then have this proper schedule, and it helps you do the planning depending on your daily activities. It can be like daily, weekly, monthly, etc.
Let's break it down even further, right? At what levels within an organization or a company can you see this system be implemented and used?
We can break it down probably into like 3 layers. So the top would be the organizational layer, where usually people who are going to use it will have this holistic overview of all the operations, everything which is happening within the MRO itself. Then the second layer would be the administrative level. This would be more into the planning, bay manager kind of role, where they are planning their resources, availability of the hangar and the bay. And then the last layer would be this operational layer, is the people working within the hangar. It's the mechanics, where they do their daily activities, like taking the job cards, signing them off, doing specific actions, issuing the tools, raising NRCs, you name it.
Taking a look at your customers as a provider of this software and solution as well, what are you seeing from either the MROs and businesses that implement your software? What do they need? What answers are they trying to get from the solution to either their challenges or problems or just daily operations?
So the fair answer is faster turnaround times. That's what everybody wants. And this is where our system comes in, with the efficiency of planning, those quotations mentioned before, and all the other business processes. So as much efficient we can make them, as much as user-friendly we can make this whole holistic view, the more efficient the overall MRO is.
There are also a number of unexpected cases that come in daily operations or in lengthy operations as well. An unexpected change in schedule, process, or operation. How does your system help to mitigate or rather to deal with situations like that?
As we have this ERP software which has all of those business processes in one place, meaning everything is in real time, right? So whenever we have an unsuspected situation, it's way easier for us to use one software to adjust those changes and have some kind of a result, rather than collecting all the data from those fragmented tools mentioned before as well.
Now, you've spoken about your customer. We're going to take a step back and look at the market. What gap is Sensus Aero answering, right? What the solution or the problem that you've seen in the market, that you see Sensus Aero as the answer to that gap, to that problem?
Historically, it happened that they use a couple of systems. It's all the data is scattered from one place to another. And we know that in the MRO business, we have quite a lot of data, to be honest. So Sensus MRO is this one hub, one-stop shop for all those business processes here. We're filling in these gaps by centralizing the data and providing valuable insights.
You're a tech company, and it's almost impossible to have an interview about tech and not mention artificial intelligence and AI. Now, what does AI, or what influence does AI have on your business model and your operation with your clients, and maybe even into your future outlook as well?
Definitely, I think personally, within 2 to 5 years, we're going to have a huge shift fueled by AI. And probably we're going to see it from the way how humans will interact with software. It's going to be really way more engaging, way more intuitive. In Sensus Aero, we see this as a possibility as well. By having this strong fundamentals architectural, which supports and is able to handle AI. Once again, the hub I'm speaking about, the ERP software, means that all the data is in one place and we can utilize AI for those insights. So it's something what we're cooking for the future, so to say.
Now, again, still peering into the future and getting a bit more insight on your perception of the market's outlook over the next couple of years in aviation, in MRO, and how tech and software and your product, where it's going to fit in that ecosystem. What's your outlook on the market?
We see that the aviation as a sector, MRO as a sector, it's expanding rather quickly. It's from 5 to 6% of compounded annual growth, which is fueled by ordered airplanes. It's 40,000 by 2040. As well, these short-haul flights. There are other problems within the market as well. As the fleet gets older, it requires more maintenance. It has to be precise. As well as the skilled labor. We want to be recognized as the number one go-to solution for independent MROs, a place where they can go and have all of their business processes in one place, having holistic view, user-friendly environment, an efficient place.